just a hack. He's just an absolute hack. And he gets his ass kicked by his teammates every week. It's just, it's terrible. It's just terrible.
Welcome back to another episode of the Believe in FCS Football podcast. I am Joe DeLeone, joined by my former teammate, former roommate at the University of Rhode Island, Mr. Sean Anderson. We've got a CAA battle. We've got a Big Sky battle here for the FCS games. Sean, how are we doing today? I think we're both very, very gassed.
I'll say this. I was telling my roommate just a couple minutes ago, I earned my money this week. Yeah. I definitely earned it. So this was I don't even know if I'm going to let off steam tonight, because tonight's like my Friday night. I don't even know if I'm going to. But I haven't done anything this week.
First of all, I'm glad you earned your money, because you usually don't. Second of all, I think you should blow off some steam. Sorry, that was a very aggressive FU. But go blow off some steam. What could you possibly do that you need to that you could blow off some steam?
We go to a Thursday. What'd you say?
I said blow off some seed accidentally.
Okay. Well, that's blow off some seed. I'm gonna start taking it. You know what? I got this big whiteboard here, right?
Yeah.
You got a big whiteboard here, a lot of stuff on it. I'm just gonna start making a list of your mental or your faux pas. I think that would be a better use for my to-do list and production needed knit list and all that stuff. I don't know. We go to a Thursday bar. Basically, it's night. You go there. There's a bunch of screens for watch Thursday Night Football. Virginia Tech isn't playing tonight, right? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
As long as no Virginia schools are playing on Thursday night, we can go to this bar. Because because Virginia Tech fans, okay, pardon me, for the viewers, Virginia Tech fans, they like to swarm when the time comes, rocking all their jerseys. So don't want to be around them. I will. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Joe is reading a text message.
Is App State technically? No, I'm trying to help you to make sure that there's no.
No. There's no App State claiming in Virginia, unless you went there.
What about Coastal Carolina?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I think you're good. I think
you're
safe then. No, I know where they're from, but I'm saying that just regionality.
They from Carolina. Yeah.
Okay.
We them boys.
It's been a long week. Fuck
dude,
you.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's Joe. Doing that is the only way to keep me sane right now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about we've got games to talk about. We're going to be talking about Sacramento State, Weber State. We're going to be talking about UNH Richmond. Not as exciting of a slate as we've had, but these games are still really important for seeding purposes. We're at that point in the season where ranked is ranked, and you need to win when the opportunities are presented to you. So we're going to talk about these games. Are you going to be participating in some betting this weekend, Sean? Would you care to share with our listeners? Someone needs to just hit me over the head, man. I need to just go to bed. Oh God, I'm on my last life. Do the read. Lack of professionalism.
Dude, I won money last night betting on the Astros, not the Phillies, because Phillies got no hit, losers.
Did you take the under on hits?
No, I did not take the under on hits. I did see this is the joys of betting. All right, here's the joys of it. This is not a service provided by BetOnline.ag, which is an official sponsor, but they probably have a boost that's way better than this. Did you see that the city of Philadelphia got a boost on, I believe, DraftKings?
Yes, I saw it.
19 and a hook, right? For combined hits for the Phillies and 3-pointers for the 76ers. 19 and a half. That's pretty reasonable. The Sixers hit 8 3-pointers. Pretty good, right? That's pretty good. And then say the Phillies get 9 hits. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. No. Say the Phillies get 11 hits. Backwards, whatever.
Yeah.
Then you cash in. It's a pretty reasonable boost. Sixers get 19 3-pointers.
What are the chances of that?
Because what are the odds the Sixers hit 19 3-pointers in a game? And then what happens to the Phillies? They don't get a hit. So all the boost takers, I swear to God, these boosts are so rigged. It's not even fun. It's not even comical how rigged these are. You never just win it easily. It always happens on the last play of the game, or something insane happens. Regardless, this is the sweat. We're in with the sweat. I like the sweat. Joe, I don't think prefers the sweat, but he can get in on it.
I
If
don't
everybody
mind
else
the
is in on
sweat.
it. He doesn't
I don't
mind the sweat. But regardless, if you like the sweat, if you don't mind the sweat, get your sweat on. BetOnline.ag. Head there to join and receive your 50% welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure to use the promo code BLEAV. That's BLEAV to receive your rewards. BetOnline, where the game starts.
Sean, that was a fantastic read.
Hey,
Thank
thanks.
You did a really good job. I'm proud of you. You're getting a lot better. I was debating. This is just a random.
Such an asshole.
That
tone. You're such a jerk.
This is such a random production thing that nobody's gonna understand. But did you get the email I sent you the read this week? I was the one who sent the read this week, so I have some more different responsibility of having to send ads to you. I was debating. I had to email some shows that qualified for programmatic ads, and we now qualified. I was debating emailing you and sending you the automated email asking for approval. Would you have responded if I sent you that email?
I don't even see the email. I'm still using the last one that Alex
sent. What? Oh, you dick. All right. I'm not sending you the reads then. I'm not sending you the reads. We're not going to get paid for anything.
I need the reads.
We're not going
to
get paid for shit.
I need the reads, man.
I hope we get like a 60 CPM read and I'm just not going to send it to you.
Whoa. What is that about? We need to get paid here. Come on.
No, we don't. Our quality of content.
You think barbers are cheap where I'm from?
Sean, we've got games to talk about, and you got to remind me at the very end. We have to do another Mustache review. We were sent a one-off Mustache review, and it is going to be done on the show. It was sent to us by Brendan. You'll probably guess who it is. But so I want to start talking about the UNH game. They're playing at Richmond, 17-14. This is very key for CAA standings. Now, the one thing that you wrote down that I absolutely freaking love, that this is UNH's first real test, and it absolutely is. They have fucking coasted this far to be ranked this high. They haven't beaten anybody, and this always happens with UNH where they don't beat anybody. So what I got to say right now is that UNH better freaking come to play, because I get it that their record it looks nice on paper, but they need to beat Richmond for me to sit here and stop yelling about them. And it's going to be a tough task, because if Reese Udinsky and Jacob Harries and company are on, it is a very explosive offense, and it's a tough one to keep up with.
It's hard for me to be this tough on UNH, because I got to meet and talk with Sean McDonnell at a CAA Media Day, and he was just the nicest. I mean, literally just the nicest dude I've ever met. So it's tough for me to do that. But also, screw UNH. I'm sick of them. Sick and tired of UNH just finding a way to be atop the CAA this late in the seasons. They did it when we were playing. JMU has one loss, and there's UNH at the top because they had some cupcake ass start to their season. And everyone's like, we got to catch up with UNH. We got to do it. And then they have a couple gritty wins down the stretch. UNH, CAA champions. What happens there? Maine was kind of like that for a year also.
Yeah.
It's just
they're always like that.
Not this year. Maine isn't.
Well, they stink this year. They absolutely stink this year, which makes me happy.
But but look, UNH is finally getting his first test. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing for your team to have a bunch of confidence and to be excited about it, but it's tough for like a coaching perspective, because everyone kind of knows that this is the first real game they have to play, but at the same time, you're like, okay, does that mean we keep playing the same way? Does that mean do you think we're going to lose now because we had some easier games? Like, that's a weird approach that I don't know how I would go about it with if I were a coach. I think I would just say, hey, buckle up. You have to almost keep the same type of mentality going into it, because I feel like if you put too much pressure on it, like we're doing, obviously you and I not on the team coaching the team, but we're putting more pressure on it than I would expect the coach to. But the pressure can be felt by teams like this. And you either have a coach with the right mentality that can get them locked in and say, hey, I don't care who we've played, it's on to the next game, and this is our opponent, or hey, we really got to buckle up for this one.
And as much as I want to sit here and legitimately scream about, oh God, actually, you know what? I was going to kind of give UNH some credit, but like, they're barely beating Albany. They're barely beating Monmouth. I don't know how I can
still not a slouch though.
But
Monmouth, Jason Sheridan's the number one rusher in the league in the nation.
Here's my only problem, Sean. No, and he's really freaking good. But here's my problem. is Richmond so goddamn inconsistent. They're probably one of the most inconsistent teams in the country, because like last week when they played Villanova, Udinski was held to 104 passing yards and he played terribly. But on other weeks, he's throwing for 400, 390. Like, he's having these huge explosive days. So it's like, which version of this Richmond team do we actually get? And I think just off of the caveat of Josiah Silver and how freaking good he is as an edge rusher, like, he might be enough to disrupt this game. He might be enough to push Udinski into a 100-yard passing game.
I'm glad we're not talking about it. I hate the trope of quarterback versus quarterback matchups.
This is not a quarterback versus quarterback game.
This is what we should be doing. This is. I liked it when it was the trope of, okay, Peyton versus Ray Lewis, Brady versus Urlacher, whatever. That's who's competing. Obviously, the quarterbacks have to lead their team down the field, but Josh Allen isn't playing safety versus Patrick Mahomes and vice versa.
No.
So if I like this, Reese Udinski, Josiah Silver. Who's going to have the edge? Does Reese Udinski have the quick release to get it off before Silver gets a sack? Or does he not? Or does Josiah Silver hit him with a nasty hit the tackle with a nasty inside spin, force a fumble, take it back for 6? This is the matchup. I don't want to hear quarterback versus quarterback matchup anymore. I'm sure I'll be caught saying as such, and I know I've said it before. I think I said it with Matt McKay and whenever and whoever he was playing, Elon versus whoever, don't care. But I'm kind of starting to try to work out of that trope. It's worn thin on your boy.
Thankfully, the CAA, I feel like, is a little less quarterback heavy. So we're not sitting here doing that. But at the same time, a lot is going to come down to Udinski, and a lot of it, I think, it's going to come down to UNH's defense. Like, how do they play against that offense? Which version of Richmond's offense can you force to show up? If you get the shitty version, it's a winnable game. It's a winnable football game.
Sure.
Luckily for Richmond, it's at Richmond. So they don't have to go to that horrible waste management dump. I don't know why it's not called the dump. It really should be.
What do they call it? No, freaking Wildcat Center or something. I don't know what
Wildcat Center?
I don't know.
The worst stadium name. I hope that's right. Sean, the other game that we are going to talk about, or that I want to talk about, is Sacramento State at Weber State. Now, this game is tricky because Weber State does have that loss after the long snapping meltdown, and Sac State has been the acclaimed untouchable at number 2 where they are. This is another opportunity for Weber to establish that loss that they suffered a couple weeks ago was out of the norm, that it is not a typical circumstance for them to play like that. And that despite some special team meltdowns, they are still a really strong defensive team. They're still a really explosive offensive team. They're really good front to back. So like when we're looking at this game, you're twitching a little bit. You good there?
I'm melting down technologically. One of my cables is not where it's supposed to be. Pardon me distracting you.
No.
I'm going to have a fist fight with my microphone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut my XLR cable, re-weld it so it's only a foot long or 2 feet long. So I don't have I don't have excess here. This excess has been bumping my forearm when I try to type, and I can't. I don't like that.
You got to get like one of those Velcro tie things and put it on that'll probably be the best way to solve that.
I just don't know how something so simple as an XLR gets so twisted so easily. Go in a straight line.
Well, maybe the creator of the XLR is listening to the show and they can help fix that for you. I don't know where I was going with that. Sean, this matchup though, what are some of the things that you think? Do you think traveling to Weber that this is an opportunity that they're going to take advantage of?
Playing at Weber State in November, no fun. Playing at Weber State late in the season, it's not fun. Every time, when we were watching them in the playoffs, I'm sitting here like, they have home field advantage. It looks like it's about minus 50 out. So Weber State does have some sort of a form of a home field advantage, but you're kind of still not sold on Sacramento State. I understand. I get it. Weber is your team. That seems to be your team where you're pretty
That's
forgiving.
not my team.
You've been very forgiving this year. You've been very forgiving for Weber this year.
A little bit. But it's justified because statistically they've been one of the most dominant defensive teams, and then on top of that, they've been very well-rounded offensively.
So why can't Sacramento State be justified for being, I don't know, maybe the best offense in the nation?
They are justified, but like
it didn't seem you stated it's kind of the consensus number 2. I'm like, Joe.
Oh,
Joe, they're third in total offense
with like bravado. Is that
you
what
said? That Sac State is third in total. They're averaging 44 points a game. I mean, they're 6th nationally in rushing yards. Weber's going to get their doors blown off.
You think it's going to be that lopsided of a game?
No, Weber's got a very good defense. Weber, I put this in 5th best in scoring defense. They don't give up a bunch of points.
See, but that's where I lean, and I feel like all of my predictions where I've leaned when I've leaned into the defensive matchups and the way that
mixer.
What?
Nothing. Continue.
Fuck you. When I've leaned defensive, I feel as though I have been more justified, and we've seen really strong defensive performances when Weber has needed to stand up. So for that reasoning, and for them playing at home, I don't know what the weather is in Utah. What's the weather in Utah?
Shitty, cold. I'm sorry, I'm not Salt Lake City's.
You'd be a great weather. You'd be a great weatherman.
Stay inside. Turn the lights off. Enjoy the darkness.
All right, Sean, you want to pick some games?
Yeah, let's get this shit over with. First of all,
okay,
I will be doing the FC Estimates preview. I will be reading out the scores because Joe is being unfair so far this year.
Why am I being unfair?
5 for 10 because you would have been Joe 5 for 10. Sean.
Oh, fuck off! Fuck off!
Joe shot 50% from the field last week. Sean, 70 clip on him again. The gap widens. The gap widens. This is your hero. This four-eyed dork is your hero of the FCS.
Well, I'm the only representative.
58 for 90 on the season. Sean, 64 for 90. That's a 6-game lead. I'm better than him.
I'm catching up. I'm going to catch up.
You're not. You're actually falling farther and farther apart. You were 4 games back last week. You're 6 games back this week. How am I cheating? How am I cheating?
It's so coincidental.
Stink, and this is the man that you made your hero. All of the listeners. This doofus is.
I'm not the hero.
I'm the heel. Somehow I'm the heel. Give me whoever's booking you radio spots, and I will read them the records between you and me and see who should be getting on air more.
It's because no one likes you. Well,
why would they?
It's coincidental. Every time you do the math, you suddenly have this massive lead. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm sure it's coincidental. You hack.
Sure, call what it is. All right, let's get through these games. Richmond, UNH.
Richmond.
I'm going with Richmond as well. Weber State, Sac State.
Give me Sac. Oh, go ahead, you do it.
I don't want the Sac.
This is why my lead grows.
I would like Weber State, Monmouth, Delaware. What?
Give me Monmouth.
Hate that pick. Delaware, Idaho, EWU.
I don't care what you hate. I'm the winner. Idaho.
God, you're so goddamn cocky. I'm taking the potatoes as well. Abilene Christian, Tarleton State.
Tarleton.
Damn, I thought that was going to be my dark horse pick. I'm going with Tarleton. Sacred, Jesus Christ, Sacred Heart, Duquesne. We got to stop doing the show on the end of the day on a Thursday, man. We got to stop doing the show at the end.
It's 8 my time.
Yeah, we got to start doing this on like Monday morning.
The preview on Monday morning. We already put out enough misinformation. Don't you think we should wait for stories to develop? Actually, he's not playing. Udinski tour. No, we're doing our best.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sacred Heart.
I'm going with Sacred Heart as well. Youngstown State, Illinois.
Youngstown State. Give me the Penguins.
I'm gonna go with Illinois State. Give me the boys. Kennesaw State, UT Martin.
Give me UT Martin.
UTI for me. Central Arkansas, EKU.
What? Oh, Central Arkansas.
Jesus Christ. Give me Central Arkansas. Butler, San Diego.
Butler.
Okay. I need you to vamp while I get this picture. Wait, where is this? Wait.
I am going to refuse to vamp.
Okay. All right. So, all right, we're gonna wrap up on this. Is probably the worst show that we've ever done, but
sure.
We're gonna wrap with another Mustache review, and this was sent to me by Brendan, and this is the new Mustache review for Mark Gronowski. What are your thoughts?
Is that his pops to the left?
I don't know. I don't know what his pops looks like. You think the pops is a better mustache?
Nah, the pops, I like the goatee. That's a strong goatee that his pops has. Kid to the right needs to work on it a little bit. He doesn't seem to have much of a mustache or a beard going, nothing on the chin. Gronowski with the Fu Manchu it's interesting. It's a little Gardner Minshew-esque with the headband and the hair. I think that's what he's going for. If so, good bit. I'm assuming this was taken last week for the Halloween time, so he might have been going as I don't know, White Goodman maybe. He might have been going as I just said his name, Gardner Minshew. Regardless, it's not a bad mustache.
It's okay. It's I thought Damarat's was better from being entirely up front. I think
Damarat's would have been better if he would have beaten if he would have won last week versus Holy.
Yeah. Apparently Dinsky's got the better stash swagger because he's winning football games and Damarat is not. So.
I don't know. Here's the thing that takes me away from it: the double eye black almost distracts from the mustache.
Yeah.
If he had gone one side eye black, or it's a little. There's something missing here, and maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not the thickness on the top lip.
Yeah, it's thicker on the sides than it is on the top, and that's what's tripping me up. It's almost like he's got two like walrus tusks on the side,
and it might be the angles or the shadowing, or that he has a man's face and cheekbones that actually, look like they're supposed to. So then it looks like that walrus.
I give it. Damarat was a 9. I give this a 7.5.
Give Damarat a 9. You're saying you haven't seen a perfect mustache, but that's about as close as you're going to get.
No. Just on the scale of not of mustaches, but on college quarterback, just overall college quarterback appearance. We're talking about how good they look in general.
Okay. I'll give him an. Oh, you said 7.5.
Yeah.
I'll give him an 8.
Give him an 8. You just have to edge me out a little bit. You gotta.
Whoa! I'm not edging anybody out. I'm giving it an objective opinion. I'm walking here.
It's a fine mustache. Thank you for sharing, Brendan. We talked about it. All right. I think that's it for the show. Again, this was a bad show.
At Joe DeLeone on Twitter, at Sanderson Radio on Twitter. Follow Hack City on YouTube. Make sure to turn notifications on and subscribe. You can watch the videos, but if you subscribe.
Watch the fucking videos. I'm sorry.
We'll be doing more content over the weekend. No. We'll be doing more shows. We don't do content. All right. We do shows.
We don't do content.
Joe's going to be live streaming by himself on Saturday, and I'll be touching base with him sometime on Sunday. I don't know if I'm heading up to Philly this weekend. Maybe, might not be.
Why?
I don't know. It's Party City right now. I don't know, but regardless, there will be shows from us on Sunday, Monday, whatever, Wednesday, Thursday.
Who cares?
Next week. Who gives a shit?
Who cares? Life is meaningless.
All right. End the show.
Drive safe.